Welcome to today's video. This is a B1 level business English lesson, and today we're going to be doing a case study about a data science company that needs to improve its company culture. Alright, so you can pause the video and read the background and task information on your own, or you can follow along as I read. Insight Analytics is a data science company that provides businesses with ways to improve their business processes. They are a medium-sized company. They want to make their company a great place to work. To achieve this goal, they have asked employees to take a survey to see their happiness levels. The management team will use the results of the survey to make changes to improve the company culture. You are a consultant for Insight Analytics. You are going to attend follow-up meetings between employees and the HR department in which topics identified through the survey will be discussed in more detail. First, you will determine the main issues regarding the company culture. You will then think of possible solutions and write an email to Barbara Moreira, the CEO of Insight Analytics, with feedback and suggestions to improve. Right, the first employee to talk to HR is Zola. Listen to her describing her issue and then answer the questions.
I don't feel like anyone notices the work that I do.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, Zola. Can you give me some more details?
I always put in extra effort. Just last week, I stayed overtime every night to finish a project. But my boss didn't even thank me. It seems like he just expects me to do that.
All right, so what problem does Zola describe? Well, she describes not feeling recognized or appreciated for her work. And the example that she gave is that she worked overtime every night to finish a project and that her boss didn't even thank her for her efforts. All right, so we're going to read the description of Rodolfo and his role at Insight Analytics and then complete with the phrases from below. You can pause the video and try that on your own and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So hello, my name is Rodolfo and I am a marketing research analyst. I work in the marketing department and I report to Tim, the marketing manager. I am in charge of monitoring and predicting market and sales trends. Our department is divided into 3 teams: the content marketing team, the digital marketing team, and the communications team. I manage an intern named Pierre. He is the one person whom I am senior to. He just joined our team last month. So the next employee who meets with HR is Rodolfo. So listen to Rodolfo describing his issue and then answer the questions.
Rodolfo, I noticed that you haven't been yourself recently. Is everything all right?
Well, to be honest, there have been a lot of problems on my team recently. We all have very different ideas, and sometimes we forget that we're working towards the same goal.
Is there anything that I can do to help?
Could you talk to my boss about this? I wish he could fix the problems that are developing on our team before they get worse. It's his job to keep the team on the same page.
What problem does Rodolfo describe? He says that his team members don't seem to be working toward the same goals. And what does he want his boss to do? He wants his boss to work on making sure that everyone on the team is on the same page. And finally, Grace goes to talk to HR. So we're going to listen to Grace describing her issue and answer the questions. I have a couple of vocabulary expressions Before we listen, work-life balance is the number of hours per week that you spend working compared with the number of hours you spend doing other things. And work remotely is to work online from home.
I don't feel like management respects my opinion. We aren't given many opportunities to share our opinions, and when we do, nothing changes.
Grace, I'm sure your opinion is quite valuable. Can you give me an example of a time that you experienced this?
Well, with the last employee feedback survey, I noted that I felt that work-life balance could be better. Since we switched to working remotely, I've received many messages outside of my regular working hours that I'm expected to reply to, and I don't think this should be happening. Nobody replied to my feedback, and nothing has changed.
So what problem does Grace describe? So she says that she feels like the company doesn't value employees' opinions and they don't listen to them. In the last survey, she talked about being asked to respond to messages outside her normal working hours since she started working remotely. And did things get better after that? No, no one even responded to the feedback that she gave. So after listening to the feedback, you start looking for solutions. You're going to read the article and then match the headings to the text. You can pause the video and try this on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, workplace culture. In order to develop a positive and healthy workplace culture, it's important that employees support and care for each other. In a positive workplace, employees treat each other with respect, gratitude, and trust. How do they do this? So help employees to build social connections. Positive relationships produce strong results. Number 2, show employees that you appreciate them. Employees work harder when they are thanked for their efforts. Number 3 is listen to employee ideas. Employees want to feel like their opinions matter. Number 4, be open and honest. Employees need to believe that their managers are not hiding information from them. Number 5, encourage employees to take risks. Employees should feel comfortable and safe being creative and trying something new. They should not have a fear of failing. A happy and caring culture at work not only improves employee well-being and the quality of their work, but also results in improved customer service and satisfaction. It's a win-win for everyone. So ways to build a positive workplace culture. Look again at the ideas from the article about building a positive workplace culture and then discuss the questions. So which ideas do you agree with most and why? How can you do each of the following things? And based on your own experience, are there any other ways to develop a positive workplace culture? And you can put your answers in the comments in order to generate some conversation. Next, you speak with an HR consultant about what to do. Ask questions and take note of their advice. And some of the language that you can use: is there anything that you think we could do better? What do you suggest that we do to improve the problem? Do you recommend and put the idea? How can we improve a specific problem? And what could we do differently in the future? And again, if you would like to write a dialogue or write questions or responses, you can do that in the comments to generate some interaction. Okay, think about what Zola mentioned and the ideas from the article. What solutions can you suggest to improve things? So remember, Zola said, I don't feel like anyone notices the work I do. And you can share your ideas for solutions in the comments. Now think about what Rodolfo mentioned and the ideas from the article. What solutions can you suggest to improve things? Remember, Rodolfo said there have been a lot of problems on my team recently. We all have very different ideas, and sometimes we forget that we're working toward the same goal. And again, you can post your proposed solutions to this problem in the comments. And then finally, consider the problem Grace described in the ideas from the article and put your proposed solutions in the comments to improve things. And remember that Grace said, I don't feel like management respects my opinion. We aren't given many opportunities to share our opinions, and when we do, nothing changes. All right, so you're going to write to the CEO of Insight Analytics describing the problems with the company culture and suggesting possible solutions. So we have three issues: management not noticing employees' efforts, lack of teamwork, and management not listening to employees' opinions. So make some notes about some possible solutions. And then once you've done that, write an email to the CEO of Insight Analytics and suggest solutions to improve the company culture. You want to give a short summary of each problem that you've discovered and then suggest solutions for each problem, explaining why each solution will work. Here's a template to get you started, some useful language that we studied from this unit, and some examples. And if you'd like to share your email in the comments, I would be glad to give you some feedback. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, participate in the comments, be sure to do the writing, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.